Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to be answering a real estate photography question. So let's get into it. Now, before I show you this question or comment, it's pretty lengthy and it's a follow-up to a video that I posted. I could link it or put it, or you can search it on my channel. It's charging $1,500 to versus $150 per shoot. But anyways, I thought this comment was great. It can really change your thought process around what you're charging for your real estate photography services. Now, that's kind of distracting because it's too big, but I'm just gonna say, not all real estate agents have this mindset. A lot of real estate agents, from my experience, is that they want to pay as little as possible, to get as much for as little as possible, right? But some real estate agents, I wouldn't even say the majority, I don't know if it's 50-50 or what, but you have those agents that want to pay the lowest possible price, and then you have others that see more as an real estate media as an investment in their business and their listings to get it sold. So I think you're going to be working with both. But anyways, let me read this comment. It says, "Hey Jordan, thanks for jumping on my previous comment to do this video. Here is the way I look at it." So yeah, I am a real estate agent as well. I've been one for 10 years. I pretty much just do my own deals at this point. I don't really represent buyers and sellers, but I can speak from firsthand knowledge dealing and being a real estate agent. But yeah, I think he's right on the approach here. He says, "I'm hoping a wise realtor will use 10% of his commission to market a property and his services. That's a long-term investment, not an expense in my book." Yes, I agree. I think it's important for real estate agents to understand that they should be investing in their marketing materials, because buyers are looking at, okay, I'm potentially going to hire you. Let's see what kind of content, what are you doing? How are you adding value to the transaction? And it's pretty easy to see that, if they're just Google your name and look at your previous listings. So I think it's important. I think agents might be missing out on business if they're not investing that money. And I think 10% of a commission is a reasonable amount to sustain future growth, right? All right, let's keep going. 10% of his commission to market a property long term. Okay, so for example, for a $350,000 property, a 2% commission, that's the minimum. Yeah, you're typically around 2.53. You're right. That's $7,000, which means that's a potential commission that a real estate agent is going to earn off of the transaction, which means I would aim to charge $700 of services for that property for a $800,000 property. If you're delivering the same services and you're just varying your pricing, I think that's a bad strategy. So if it's like, I'm doing the same photos, the same video, or whatever services you're doing, and say I'm showing up and this home is worth $200,000, so now I'm charging $400, and I'm going to do the exact same thing for $800,000 property, and now I'm charging $1,600. Like, you have to vary your product, right? I think your customers are going to end up being like, dude, why am I getting the same product but a varying amount a different charge for the same products, right? So I'm assuming that you're probably spending more time, you're doing extra stuff at these agents or at these listings, or you're offering more solutions, and I think that would be the way to go about it. So my piece of the pie is $1,600, etc. Do you think that's exaggerated? I definitely don't. The realtor will use our high quality photos, videos to then market himself and get better listings. ROI 1000 minimum. Cheers, Matt. Yeah, Matt. So I agree. I agree with most of your comments. Obviously, you just didn't go into detail whether your products change, or whether you're adding more value as you charge more. And I think agents are really smart on that, right? If they're getting the same product, they expect the same cost, or if they pay more, they should get more value out of it. But honestly, I mean, you could look at it from a different perspective. Real estate agents that do listings, it's typically the same amount of work for a $200,000 listing or $1 million listing, right? You list the property. Now, typically on a higher end property, they might sit on the market longer, maybe not in this real estate environment that we're in, depending on the market that you're in. And also it depends on their pricing strategy. If they're trying to price it aggressively way too high, then you might not get as much interest as lower at a lower price point. So, you know, I could see it working out if it's like contingent on the sale of a property. You're doing the same thing. Hey, we just want 10%. Is, you know, if you don't sell the property, you don't pay us anything. But if you do sell the property, we're getting $1,600 or whatever. You know, say that on an $800,000 or on a lower. So if it's contingent on the sale, anyways, I'm just trying to kind of think through the different variables on that. Anyways, I'm gonna stop thinking, but I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you have any follow-up or additional questions, leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel as we consistently put out real estate photography content just like this. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.